Hi everyone. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted a video. I'll actually have an exciting announcement, but this is a really important topic, so I wanted to make sure you all had a chance to hear about it. The second annual JTCC, that's Japanese TPRS, CI, and CCLT conference, will be happening May 6th and 7th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. This is a great opportunity for any Japanese teachers out there that are a little bit more curious about all this TPRS stuff that I'm talking about and want to get the perspective of other teachers and professionals that have been doing this even longer than me. So I wanted to give a quick rundown of what it's all about, and hopefully I'll see you there. So first off, we actually do have a couple people that aren't Japanese specialists. So we have the wonderful Karen Rowan, who's a huge figure and has been incredibly supportive of me doing all my books and everything, helping me through that. She's been doing this for a long time and she knows what she's doing. So she's going to give us a presentation on personalization techniques for class stories. And personalizing these stories is what really gets the kids engaged and invested in class. So I'm really looking forward to that. The one other non-Japanese specialist we have is Jing Zhu. I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing the name. We're going to have a TPRS demo in Chinese. So it's always a really good idea to see this in action in a language that you're not familiar with. If you speak Chinese already, sorry. But that'll be a great way to see someone who's experienced and knows what they're doing leading a beginning class using TPRS. And for those of you that don't know, TPRS is teaching proficiency through reading and storytelling. Okay, all the rest of our presenters are Japanese teachers that have been using this method for a little while, and I want to share some of their expertise with you. This is a great chance for you to also be there and be able to ask questions of people specifically doing this in Japanese, because I know a lot of the trainings out there are generally, for Spanish teachers or sometimes for French teachers. We don't often get a chance to ask people in Japanese, how did you do this, or how did you approach this? So we've got Melissa Urushidani doing a presentation on how to kind of organize your day, unit, year using TPRS, because a lot of people have trouble. They see the demo and they're like, yeah, I love it, but what does this look like on a larger scale? So she's going to take a look at that with us. We've got Sanae Jennings talking about building a Toroku or free reading library. It can often be a challenge in Japanese because we don't have all the same resources available as some of the other languages. We've got Leah Poole, who's been doing a lot of work recently in the cold character reading. And to be clear, CCR, cold character reading, was originally come up with by Terry Waltz. Terry and others have been working to apply this to Japanese because it was originally done for Chinese. But Leah's been doing quite a bit of work of following that structure and creating stories and using it with her classes in Japanese with some great results. So we're looking forward to that. Real quick, cold character reading. That's basically the idea of giving the students all the characters in their readings right from the beginning. So there's more detail than that, and you'll see it in the presentation. But it means not waiting, until they're a couple years in before showing them katakana and kanji. You can do that pretty much right from the beginning with the right supports in place. What else have we got? We've got Anna Yamauda. I'm really excited about this because we don't often see presentations for primary school teachers. And I know there's a number of primary school Japanese teachers, particularly in Australia, that will be joining us. So Anna is going to be talking about storytelling in the early years. So how to apply TPRS to a primary school classroom. Same overall philosophy, right? But there needs to be adjustments made, obviously, for that age group. And then one more presentation is going to be by a few different teachers, Catherine Tominga, Sanae Jennings again, and Monique Francis. They're going to be talking about revisiting language acquisition from a student perspective. So really putting yourself in the shoes of a language learner. It's just so important, reminding yourself what your students are going through so you can adjust things to help them have the most enjoyable and productive experience. So those are our wonderful main presenters. I will be doing a small mini presentation on a proficiency grade book. So a lot of us have been moving into proficiency-based assessment. Our district is doing that, yet we're still required to put percentages on report cards. So this is a grade book that actually comes from my colleague, but he's amazing. So he just shares it for free with anyone that wants it. Big shout out to the wonderful staff at my school who is always wonderful at sharing resources. I won't name names because I haven't gotten permission to name names. One last thing before you decide whether to register or not, there's actually two things that I'd like to share with you. So one of them is the registration fee is $50, but I don't want finances to be the reason why someone can't come. I know not everyone has school funding, and it's $50 American, so depending on exchange rates and stuff, that could come off as expensive for some people. So it's $50, or there's also a choose your own rate. If $50 is just a bit much for you at the moment and you don't have school funding, there is an option to choose whatever registration fee is right for you. The other thing I want to point out is that we've already reached my first goal of attendees, which means every paid attendee, starting from the date of the conference in the next 6 months, the first purchase they make, they'll get $10 off for every $100 spent before tax. However, if we get a few more paid attendees, I'm going to double that. I'll give all the paid attendees $20 off for every $100 spent. I know not everyone has the biggest budgets, so hopefully this gives you a bit of a chance to get a few more resources that you might not otherwise be able to squeeze into your budget. Anyways, thanks for listening this far. I really do hope to see you May 6th and 7th. There will be a link on the screen here somewhere, and also in the description below. You can click on for any more details. I hope to see you at the conference.